All right, gang. Welcome to Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Live. Anyway, gang, today we are going to survey, look at, go over a couple of auctions. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to check out some cars that's coming up. By the way, if anybody is local to the Chambersburg, Pennsylvania area, why, there is a 1967 Volkswagen Bug Beetle at the Gateway auction. That's upcoming this Monday. And wow, does it look nice! And unfortunately, we are too far and too occupied this upcoming Monday to go chase after it. I was almost dropping everything, but unfortunately, other things call. But anyway, gang, let's take a look at some cars we got on the screen and see what we got going on. Motorcycles up. This is actually a variety of different auctions. This isn't the same auction. However, I thought I had one written down and I don't. Also, too, this Monday, might be watching live. It all depends. Actually, I probably need to do a makeup stream because I missed Wednesday, unfortunately. Aha! Galveston, Texas. Galveston Classic Car Auction is going to be airing Monday, September 2nd. That's Monday and the 2nd. But anyway, gang, we may be doing a little bit of broadcasting that live just because we want to see what stuff is going for and try and stay educated as far as what prices things are commanding. But anyway, yeah, that's Monday. And if you don't watch it here with us, why, you can watch it on your own. And great stuff. But anyway, gang, let's get to this. The first thing I'm going to kind of draw your attention to is it says lot 2. Now, mind you, these are not in any sort of order because they are from random auctions, and we kind of don't know which auction they are coming from unless we click on them, etc., and do the research. But we're just doing a little bit of commentary on what's going on. But it says lot 2. It's in the center of your screen. It's a steel body Chrysler Roadster. Unfortunately, even rotted out. It's a hot rod. I think the original for this car would probably outprice the rod. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, but who knows? That car may have been in such poor shape that, the only thing they had as far as options was to rot it. I would hope. But anyway, moving on. Plymouth Barracuda. That's right. 1973. Looks pretty. Now, lot 13. The picture all the way to your right. 2003 Subaru Baja. You would not believe the cult following for these. And I tell you what, I think 2003, that's towards the end of that run, isn't it? But I tell you, there's groups on Facebook, groups on the internet for just these vehicles. I would not surprise. I'm not going to click on it. I'm sure it's got some sort of high mileage to it. It is a Subi after all. But yeah, gang, I would not be surprised if that price didn't double before the end of it. Because, like I said, there is just this weird cult following for the Subaru Bajas. Cult, that's right. They draw circles in the gravel and who knows. Anyway, but moving on. Chevelle. Who wants a Chevelle? 1968 Chevelle. And let's see what else we got going on. I see these. I've actually seen a couple of them locally. Then the people that own them, we're talking about what is in the center of your page, lot 10. These modern retro Thunderbirds that Ford did, which I kind of, well, it's my opinion, and it's my opinion only. They are ugly. I don't know. It almost, it looks more like a ripoff than it does a car. And if you're going to spend that kind of money, why wouldn't you just buy a Thunderbird? But nevertheless, I do hear, hey, Mike, how are you? I do hear that people that do have them say that they're actually a decent car. And I was talking to a guy maybe 3 weeks ago who has one. I say 3 weeks ago. It's probably been a month or better. But anyway, and he says it's actually a very nice handling car. And who knows? Speaking of Thunderbirds, lot 11, 57, and lot 12, a 64. There you go. You can get one from each decade. And neat stuff. Moving on down, Thunderbird. No, that's Mustang. Lot 14. Mustang. That looks like actually a nice one. 68. And let's see what else we got going on. 1970 Oldsmobile. Fine looking cars right there. Moving on down, motorhome. What? Well, who doesn't need a motorhome? Actually, I need a truck. You know what? Speaking of truck, we may see it on here, may not, but had a kind of idea for the Emporium. The Emporium needs a truck. Is really what that has to be said. I saw an ambulance on here, so it's kind of like a box truck. I saw an ambulance. Had 100,000 miles on it. The only thing is that car has probably been idling probably 3/4 of its life, but I don't know. It kind of triggered a couple of ideas. And can you put a hitch on an ambulance? Can you pull a trailer? Goodness knows the motor's probably, if big enough. I don't know. But anyway, cars. We got cars. Nice car right there. 2010 Toyota 4Runner. Four-wheel drive. Oh, let's keep going. School bus. That's right, gang. Lot 30, 2012. Bluebird. School bus. Titled. And right now it's at $3,500. You know what? The young people today, some of them, not all of them, but and I tell you what, this old codger is semi-envious. When he watches the videos of the folks making these into like mobile homes and etc. Ah, boy, if I had the teenage years to relive all over again. Let's click on this. Hopefully we can come back to see if you guys went with me. Right now, that bid is at 3,500. And yep, you guys went with me. And right now it's at 3,500. Let's see what now. Mileage is never friendly to these, but yeah, right. Well, it is a diesel though. Right now it's got 172,000 miles on it, but it is a diesel. And all right, here's the question. Here's the legality that I've always kind of had trouble with. Now, this does have air brakes, but if you're not carrying passengers anymore, do you need a CDL? I don't think so, right? I don't know. Let me know in chat. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you do. What if we got any interior pictures? That's right. Make your own mobile home. Ay. I think at this age, though, I would just would buy it just because it takes a lot of time. And where are we at? School buses. There we are. And there's more school buses. And you can make yourself a mini mobile home there with what's that? Lot 33. You've got the short bus, and again, short bus that could carry a lot of stuff. And right now, the bid for that is $3,000. I guess that's the starting bid because it doesn't have a high bid yet. What else we got going on? Thunderbird 1960, which I think is one of the best years looking of Thunderbirds, by the way. and just a lot of sharp points on it. And right now it's got no bids, and starting bid is at $2,000. Motorcycles, trucks, campers, pop-ups. Just say no to the pop-up. Although, one of my trailer ideas is to actually take the frame from a pop-up, find one that's in poor shape and whatnot, and use the frame for a trailer for the business. Lot one, who knows what auction this is, but we're going to click on it. 94 Ford F-150 4x4. And it looks like the short, is that the short bed? Looks like it. And this is in Butler, Ohio. And we won't show the video. It's got a video to it. She's got the rust. Yeah. Any experts out there with Bondo? And not a bad looking rig. But yeah, it does have the rust. But it's it's a 30-year-old truck. Engine bay doesn't look too bad. But yeah, it's got some rustage. Okay. Starts and runs, 4.9 liter engine, 118,000 miles. Seller said it's been sitting for a while and probably needs some work. Well, yes. Given the rust, I would say so. Check engine light is on. Sells as is. But there you go, gang. Hey, if you need a pickup, there's one for you in Ohio. Oh, hey, there's my ambulance. That's actually the one I was looking at earlier. No pictures of the frame rail. Yeah, I hear you, Fireman CV. You know what? And that's the thing too. Even with classic cars, I would want to be there, eyes and hands on. Like I said, there is a 67 Volkswagen Bug for sale or for auction in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania this Monday. But unless I can get out there to it, as much as I would love to bid on it, probably for resale, I won't be doing anything with it online. But again, hey, here's that possibility of a vehicle for the Emporium. An ambulance, that's right. Let's retrofit an ambulance for the business. The only drawback I would really see is how much crap is inside that would have to be removed. And I wish the back doors were a little bit bigger. But with this box, you also got the door on the side. And cubbies and all. I don't know. I think that box just may not have enough internal room. I don't know. Look, I don't know. Hey, maybe you can turn an ambulance into an RV. Right now, bidding's at $2,500. And this is the same one I was looking at earlier. I think it had like 115, 117, 120,000 miles on it. 119,000. Yep. And anyway. Moving on. Let's go ahead. Page 12. And somehow I wound up back a page, but that's all right. We'll kind of cruise through again. Dodge Ram 2016. And that's actually, it's pert near as an 8-year-old truck, still commanding $28,000. Lot 2. I hated these, and still, I still hate these. Yes, I still hate these. This is a lot 2. Let's see, 3 pictures over. It's the 1988 Lincoln, Lincoln Mark. That era, Ford had these, the Lincoln Marks, which was like the same, almost the same body style that they were doing, the Thunderbirds with, and they were the lousiest cars. I don't know. Jeep, 1997 Jeep Cherokee 4x4 runs 166,000 miles. That's been used. And you got yourself a party bus, lot 5, all the way to the right of your screen. Right now it's got a bid of $1,000, but it's got a reserve, so it hasn't been met yet. Go-karts. Oh. Let's see what else we can find on. Really? You're throwing that on here. Well, let me tell you what. If you need something to get to A to B, and lot 196, all the way to the right of your screen, 1990 Honda Civic has title. Right now, his bid is $1,000. We're clicking on this just because it's got that little 4-banger in it. It's not using any gasoline. I mean, your lawnmower is using more gasoline than this car. And I don't know if I can play the video in here or not. We're going to give it a try. And there you have it. Hopefully you guys heard that or not, but they did have a, basically you could hear the engine run. And it does run. It does sound loud-ish. But it looks its age. Let's see what the mileage is on it. Actually, for a Honda, that's nothing. 153,000 miles. And it is a manual. Runs and drives. Check engine light is on. Which, you know what? They're going to bother putting the check engine light is on. They can at least throw the codes up there. Because you know darn well somebody somewhere has checked the codes. The car probably gets 40 miles to the gallon. I don't know. But anyway, let's moving on. Let's see if we can find some old stuff. Let's find some old stuff. A hearse. What? Yeah, all right, gang. See, now that could be the Emporium's stuff mover. Let's retrofit a hearse for a company vehicle. That's right. Lot 18. Let's take a click on it. And it's kind of like the same thing I was thinking about with an ambulance. There's a lot of idling, and the car probably has never broken 65 miles an hour through its life. Now, this looks to be like a Cadillac, which will kind of, 85 Cadillac. So that was the platform. Fleetwood hearse V8 runs, and awful lot of tall grass around it. It's in Iowa. That's right, Iowa. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look at the pictures and see what we got going on. And anybody ever notice that the Iowa plates are almost like the same coloring as the Pennsylvania plates? I don't know. Crazy crap that we think about. What do we say this was? 85? What is the Cadillac engine that nobody wants or likes or basically rolls their eyes with? Is that the newer Cadillac engine somebody thinking about? I don't know. Interior looks good. Oh, we skipped one. We would have to kind of dress it down a little bit to make it a company car. I don't know. I mean, should we leave it and just put advertising on the side? I think so. Now it has the rollers in the back, so you can build a platform to roll in and out. And you'd have the, after all, they don't make station wagons anymore. So why not a hearse? But yeah, make a platform to roll in and out with on the rollers, and for easy access of materials in and out. And of course, it has a V8. I can't say it would get better gas mileage than what a truck or would, but Iowa, that's a long ride for a hearse. I see we got a little bit of rust going on near the fenders here, or fenders around the back here. And that's all we got. We don't have no more pictures. No pictures of the engine. V8 overhead valves. I don't know what exactly that picture does for you. But at least you got the VIN. Got the floor mats, and actually doesn't look to be in all that bad shape. Got a little tear there in the armrest. Trying to figure out this little trim piece around on the hood. What I don't know. Maxwell, Iowa. Ends in 3 days. 5% buyer's premium. Pickup 9-4. You will pay at pickup or else. And I think it's kind of funny though. Front wheel drive. 72,000 miles. That's it. Is that all the description we got? Sure enough. Front wheel drive, automatic, 72,000 miles. You will pay at pickup. I don't know. I find that to be a little bit funny. I'm just curious. Just curious. Are we actually making plans for this? No. Because, yeah, I don't have 3 days to devote to this, I don't think. Unless we make some other weird stuff happen. Maxwell, Iowa. Iowa. Why do I keep saying it like that? I think it's from a song. Get out of here. So Iowa is only 16 hours and 15 minutes away. All right, well, we're going to need further research. Okay, we're going to open up another window. And bear with me, gang. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Are we really making, I don't know. But just out of curiosity, we're going to see what a flight would be out there. Of course, I would try and drive it back. I think Iowa still has, you keep the same plates on the car. I don't know if they still do that or not. But let's check it out. I'm just curious. All right, so catch a flight out to Iowa. We'll say around the 4th. it would cost us, whoa, $647. Oh, we got some cheaper ones, not by much. Are any of those direct? No, one stop, one stop, one stop, one stop, one stop. I wonder why it's so expensive to fly to Iowa. Let's try Des Moines. We're looking at Cedar Rapids. We'll try to see what Des Moines brings. Oh, $465. And they all have layovers too. But instead of being there in 16 hours, you could be there in, 5 hours. Well, heck, might as well drive it for that. Anyway, gang, only if it was closer. Oh, I tell you what, if it was in Pennsylvania, we'd be bidding on it. A hearse. Who doesn't want to own a hearse? All right, who would want to own a hearse? Maybe that would be a better. But there we go. Let's keep going. 1978 Buick Skylark. Would want that. Oh, it's got the V6 in it. And that's in Iowa too. Stop looking at cars in Iowa. I tell you what, I think I'm predestined to buy a car from Iowa. You just don't know. In the past couple of weeks, I have just been taunted by cars in Iowa. 1971 Mercury Monterey V8 automatic, and big, heavy car. That is a land yacht. It's actually quite neat, though. Interior looks pretty good. Could use a little bit of a clean out, but hey, we've seen far, far worse. And we got the fender skirts. Vinyl roof looks phenomenal. Is this even? This has $1,000 bid on it. I was going to say this. It has to have a bid because, yeah, it actually is neat. Land yacht, and same thing with anything else. You have people out there who have this cult following for the land yachts. And I lost my spot. Here, another hearse. No, just say no, and a maroon one at that. Let's roll down and see what the mileage is. 43,000. I got a Cadillac with only 43,000 miles on it. Does it have a bid? $600. You've got a backup cam on the back of a hearse. Okay, you need it, but I oh, that's got the pull out. Oh, all good to go. $1997. Curb weight, 2.5 tons. It's not burgundy, it's dark cherry. Seats got a little bit of wear. Leather seats. Oh, I wonder if they're heated. It is a Cadillac after all. So actually, it's a sharp looking car for being a hearse. And really light with information. Front wheel drive, automatic, 43,000 miles. That's all you're going to get from information. And who knows? With that low mileage, it doesn't look bad. I imagine it's been garage kept. Would it make it all the way back across the country? I think so. 16-hour drive, piece of cake. And somehow I think I wound up on a page back. All right, no more hearses today. We somehow moved. We lost our. There we go. There we go. Back to the hearse. All right. Moving on. 1959 Edsel. Oh, we got a couple of Edsels here. Another 59 Edsel. The first one. Yep. Nope. They're both 4 doors. What do you got next to it? Tan. 1959 Edsel. All 59 Edsels. All got bids. And trailer tires. $55 with rims. 66 Mercury Montclair. When's the last time you've seen a Montclair? $1,500. Watch it be in Iowa again. Close, South Dakota. And that's actually not a bad looking car. Where are we at? $1,500. Let's actually take a look at some of the pictures here. And good color. Don't see rust falling off, of course. From this being this far away, it could be painted over. Always liked the tail lights of the 60s Mercs. Got hub cabbage. And oh, ow. Paint's a little something. And in the background, you got a Cadillac over here. I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that a Cadillac? No, that's not a Cadillac, too. Can't tell. And got a picture of the hood. More hub cabbage. Interior looks pretty okay-ish. There you go. Trip to South Dakota. Let's see if we can find some old stuff again. And who knows? We get distracted by so many things. 63 Ford Fairlane. And right now, that's at $3,100. 66 Ford Galaxy, only $625. It looks a little something. Hey, there's that car there. That's a 57 Mercury Montclair. And right now it's only got a bid of $410. Has a title, hardtop. Neat little project car. A lot of chrome. I'm sure the engineer sat at a desk in the 1950s and 60s and went, where can we if there's a panel that doesn't have chrome on it, we need to put chrome on that panel. You know, it's just, yeah. The grill, not enough chrome. I can imagine the engineer going away, doing something else, drawings and whatnot, going back to the boardroom and showing his new drawings. And they just go, not enough chrome. And then back they go and do, you know. You know what? We call that patina. It needs a little bit more patina on the fender panels, but I like it. Rust. Look at those tail lights. Is that the club going across the steering wheel? Well, if they break in and try to steal it, they're not driving it away. Okay, it's not the club. It's a piece of the, piece of the sailing material there. Yeah, falling down. I don't know. You know, with a little bit of modest work and seat cover and a little bit of a cleanup, it would be a neat little. Well, all right, let's take that back. It would be neat car. I can't say neat little. Great place to store the exhaust pipes right in on top of your interior. But anyway, Mercury Monterey was that 57. I'm sorry, Mercury Montclair. And keep going. Oh, that Cadillac's there too. 64 Cadillac sedan. And right now it's beneath $1,000. We've got other stuff to look at. First, we want to pop on over to Auction Zip, and we're going to take a look to see if we got anything live going on right now to kind of have a look at. So I'm going to pop you guys off of this one and stop screen. And we're going to present the other screen. And I've got two auctions on that right now. I don't know why, but okay, this makes it easier. And believe it or not, last day, that's it, gang. Today is the lots of love is what it needs. That it does. And last day of August. Tomorrow, that's right. Tomorrow is September, believe it or not. And I tell you what, just can't believe it. Anyway, let's check out the auctions over at Auction Zip. See if we got anything live going on that we can pop into. And day 2 of the end of summer back to school online only sale. It says it's live. Let's check it out. If we got a live auctioneer, we're going to pop in with them for a little bit and watch. And no, we don't. It looks like it's going to be mainly photos and that sort of thing. Oh, that's actually quite some decent stuff coming up in it. But again, we don't have a live auctioneer, and half the fun is watching the auctioneer do his thing. So we'll find something. August 2024 art and antique auction down in Rockville, Maryland. And We'll see. We'll click on it. See if we got a live human being. And that's a no. And we'll keep going. Wartime collectible. Where's that at? Tallahassee, Florida. Oh, got to stay away from this one. We will not be clicking onto this. Maybe. Vintage hi-fi audio sale. That's right. Over in Lodi, Ohio. I can pick up whatever I win when I go pick up the hearse out in Iowa. No. And maybe. Shouldn't. Could. Anyway, we're not going to click on it just because, yeah, I'll be too tempted. All I would have to do is register and, yeah. Online only, multi-estate collectibles auction over in Ottawa, Illinois. And click on that one, see if we got a live human being. And no, but let me tell you what, the first thing I clicked on here, you guys didn't go with me because I opened up a new window, is a cast iron small salesman sample bell. Neat. And wow. Well, it's actually not that bad. It's being sold, it looks like, for $130. And actually, they've got some neat stuff. Now, even though that doesn't have a live auctioneer, we may click over onto it. Yeah, it actually has some neat stuff, even though, like I said, it doesn't have a live auctioneer, but I lost it. Well, we'll have to pull it back up again. And hopefully you guys are with me. There you go. You can have a bug brooch. That's right. Gold and silver, fine art, and collectibles over in Glendale, Arizona. And great stuff. That's kind of neat. Tell you what, not too many live auctions today. I know Monday, there's actually quite a few, believe it or not, that is going on. Pre-Labor Day sale, that's right, by Heritage Antiques and Auction in Rossville, Georgia. And that is not yet begun. It's got an hour and 34 minutes to go. Oh, and 41 seconds. And it starts at 2 o'clock. We may tune back into them. It says it's a live auction. And a lot of these are actually for later on this afternoon, which kind of does surprise me a little bit. So I tell you what, gang, in the meantime, what we're going to do, we're going to actually kind of explore next week, because we're actually trying to make plans for an auction for this upcoming Saturday. So we're going to see what we can find and line up. And let's see, next weekend, that's right, we'll be in September the 7th. And we're going to kind of do a little bit of a preview for around us. East Earl, Pennsylvania. That's right, the PA Auction Center. Variety auction, antiques, new merchandise, crafts. Okay. And they usually actually have a pretty decent auction. Now, they usually do photos and stuff of their lots, usually like maybe 3 or 4 days out. So I'm sure we're a little ahead of schedule for them to be looking at anything. But a decent auction. Usually they sell with multiple auctioneers. So sometimes you've got to cut yourself in half and put half yourself at one end, the other half at the, whatever. But anyway, what we got going down? That's right, Willow Street, Pennsylvania. Whitman Auctioneers. Looks like boop-a-doop-a-doop. On site. Public auction, valuable real estate, vehicles, antiques, personal property. Let's take a look at the photographs. Hopefully you guys go with me. Yep, didn't open up a new window, so you should. Nice looking house. Looks like an extremely large rancher with an attached garage. Hey, if you're looking for a house, there you go. It's got central air. And very large living room, I think. Nice kitchen. Quiltage. Uh-oh. All right, let's back up a little bit. So it has a kitchen plus another kitchen. All right, so there's a normal kitchen, big open kitchen. But it also looks like this house has, look at the old refrigerator. We'd love to have that. Looks like it also has another stove in another part of the house, which was, I find, well, here, local to us, is common for a lot of the Italian families who like to bake and whatnot. Neat. Is that a fuse box? Are those fuses? Sure enough. Can you still buy fuses? I don't know. Did that window pop up for you? No, it didn't. Yeah, gang, believe it or not, this does not have a breaker box, but it's got a fuse box. Still works. We got some antique clocks, I see. Pyrex, that's right, kitchen gold. And you got some silver. Can I pop this up with you? No, maybe not. And air compressor, shop vac, Christmas decor. That's right. You know what? I've been seeing a lot of people doing Christmas decor year round. We're talking the vintage stuff, not necessarily people who leave like their Christmas lights on the house year round. But anyway, in the corner of their home, they will have Christmas decor year round. And it could be your thing. Fishing poles, lures. Looks like they have a minivan. That's right, gang. Minivan with 61,000 miles on it. Is this a Dodge or a Chrysler? Wait a minute. We'll take a closer look now. I got one picture here where they got all the seats folded down. That's right. I can't tell. I think that is a Chrysler. Red. That's right. Actually, it looks really clean. 3.6 liter. And engine bay looks clean. We may be going to this auction. Because, yeah, here's a car I think is highly underrated. Used to be able to pick these up for nothing. And now there's like almost a mini cult following for him. It's the Mercury Marquis. That's right. And because really the Ford Crown Vics are getting very scarce anymore. And yeah. So these Grand Marquis are kind of filling in that little gap. And you used to be able to pick these up at the car auction for $500-600. Runners, we're talking low mileage runners. And yeah, gang, they got the V8 in them. And see if we can sneak a peek over at the mileage here. And no, unfortunately, the steering wheel is blocking the view from the mileage on the Merc. But we'll take a look. You know, we'll kind of we'll scour back to the main page to see if they have it listed there. Toys, that's right. Furniture, exercise bike, Structo. Oh, we see some pressed steel toys. We're probably showing up. Look at that clock. Third picture over, middle of your screen. That, gang, is a clock. that clock needs to be purchased and resold. And back to the press toys. I see a lot of Structo, Buddy L. That may be Tonka there. Tonka with the original boxes. Look out! The mighty Tonka Wrecker is down there with the original box. Oh, we are going to have to be doing some comps. Look at that dining room table. Far right to your screen, it looks pristine. Nice MCM piece. Hey, I'll tell you what, gang, if you need a new kitchen table, that could be it. And nice set. And we also see something else that's going on there. It almost looks, I don't know if that's a sidebar or if that's actually a, oh, can't tell. I think this is going to be our auction for that Saturday. I see enough here to where we're going to be dealing mainly with vintage trains. That's right. We got a Lionel train set there. And we have a possibility of a car. There's enough here. There is enough here. So let's go back up to the top, and we're going to click back to the auction listing and see if we can get some mileage of the Mercury Marquis. Starting at 8 a.m. and vehicles approximately noon. And minutes to routes 222, 272, 741. Banks, restaurants, conveniences, churches, shopping. 5 minutes to downtown Lancaster, West Lampeter Township, Lancaster County. And, as much as I've looked at this area and where this town is, that's the name of the town, by the way, is Willow Street. I just, it's not immediately clicking to me where it's at. But anyway, cars, vehicles. All right, that minivans, a 2013 Chrysler Town and Country Stow and Go minivan, 62,000 miles, fully loaded. That's right, they weren't playing around. Power windows and locks, leather seats, 2 drop-down screens with remotes. I guess so. Rear air control. That's right. Spoil the crap out of the kids. Push button sliding doors. Rear hatch aluminum wheels. All right. Mercury Grand Marquis V8, 61,000 miles. Fully loaded. Of course, they all were. And yeah, I think we're going to this auction. That's it. It's getting written down. Written. Ooh. Willow Street. Wouldn't it be funny to buy that car and then have Mrs. Reiser going, no, don't sell that car. Just keep it. Willow Street, PA. $8 a.m. But yeah, we're going to come back later and do some comps. And we'll probably do that maybe towards the middle of the week. And we'll do some comps on the stuff we're interested with and try to see what we can possibly find a good target price for. But anyway, let's get back. I'm sure there's more to look at. Looks like a great auction coming up there. Tractors, tools, butcher shop, implements, Snap-on. Snell's Auction Service over in York, PA. And hey, they got shipping containers too. Backhoe, 4-wheelers, steel, Snap-on, antiques, collectibles, reloading supplies. And yeah, gang. Uh-oh, we see a car. Old cars, guns and pistols, antiques and collectibles. Where? At Martin and Rutt Auctioneers, Lidditz, Pennsylvania. And uh-oh, that is a red 69 Buick Skylark. Sure enough. One owner, garage kept. Crap! Should not be looking at this. One owner, garage kept, 1969 Buick Skylark convertible. I don't even think I can think of the price of where we would be. I would have to spend some serious time on the net trying to figure out. I mean, the engine bay looks great. Hoses look great. The block itself, little but everything in the engine compartment looks tip top. But if we were to spend a little time with it, I'm sure we could eke out a price and estimate what it would bring. What's the other thing? 2002 Chevy Monte Carlo. And Buick Skylark convertible. Yeah, I'd be there. Guns and more guns and an anvil. Okay, that was different. And looks like we got some shop tools. We got a sleigh and workbench. Pegboard full of tools. And yeah, gang. Horse collar mirror. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? The Emporium has one of those for sale right now. Needs a little bit of care. But yeah, gang, would be a little bit interested in the Buick for resale. But would really would have to spend some time on it. What else we got? Stoltz Fuss downsizing auction. That's right, over Honeybrook, Pennsylvania. And what do you got? We got Kubota, skid loader and attachments, tools, spring wagon, carts, trailers, shavings, wagon, lawnmower, swing sets, guns, H&H Good, household. Collectibles, Saturday, September to the 7th. 700 lots, cataloged, book auction over in Ronks, PA, Double E Auction Services. And a lot of books, apparently. But we're going to pass on those. Lawn tractors, signs, and toys. We got something there in the photo that we kind of want to take a closer look at. Peach Bottom, PA. And I have no idea where that is. Peach Bottom, PA. We'll have to check it out on the map. And sure enough, toys, pedal, tractors, older, John Deere lawn tractors, and signage. And well, we got a hit and miss engine. We got a milk case there for your front porch. And John Deere parts, signage, and all kinds of stuff going on here. Some more signage. Christmas, that's right. Get your Christmas inventory in. That's right. Right around the corner. And the thing I had an interest in, it's actually a candy or cigarette machine. And can't quite tell because the picture is just not all that clear. It's a cigarette machine. I recognize one of the labels got the little cam on it. And nice, neat machine, though, believe it or not, with the stigma around smoking, people don't want the cigarette machines anymore. Cigarette machines were actually, believe it or not, probably hotter in the 1990s than they are now because of the stigma associated with them with smoking. But in the 1990s, the coin op cigarette machines were just expensive, especially the Art Deco fashioned ones. Where are we at? I skipped ahead. There we go. Today, antiques and auctions over in Landenberg, Pennsylvania. Collectibles jewelry starts at 9 a.m. And keep going. Blandon, Pennsylvania. Kenneth P. Libby Auction Service. Glassware, collectibles, household tools, miscellaneous. Short notice, public auction, modern household. And over in Berks County. Imagine that's near Reading. Klein, Kreider, and Good auctioneers. And really like that auctioneer company. I think they do a bang up job. They move some serious goods. And they're going to be over in Denver, PA. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what they got coming up for sale. I mean, you know, I like the other auction. Who knows? May like this one better. Love the house. Look at the house. And Barnage. Beautiful house. Oh, Carnus. That's right, gang. We have cars. I'm unsure what kind of car that looks. Is that a Dodge? We're trying to find out. That may be. No, it is a. It says Rickenbacker. Or is that an aftermarket hub? If it is, I am unfamiliar with this car completely. It looks like 1920s era something. That's what it looks like. Wooden spoked wheels. Looks like it has a partial resto on it. I might have to look that up, see if that was an aftermarket part wheel or if that's the actual car. I don't know, gang. Neat. Oh my goodness. Am I already abandoning the idea of going to that other auction because of these cars? We've got another car going on. What do we got there? Is that a Ford? No. Mercury? Maybe. Good stuff already. This other car looks really cherry. So interior is just immaculate. Another car. That's a Model T. That's easy enough. That looks immaculate. Oh. 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 And oh, we've got Tonka in boxes. U-Haul mover, that's right. With the original box. I can't think of where we would wind up with price. Again, this is where your comps come in handy. You've got to do your comps to avoid paying too much for things. And believe it or not, this small U-Haul trailer is not Tonka. That is Nyland. That's part of a Nyland set, I do believe. I'm still not switched over to this auction yet from the other one. I am taking it under consideration of some of the stuff I'm seeing, especially the stuff I'm seeing here in the garage. Those cars are going to bring out some serious collectors as far as the automotive stuff. See, we got some signage here going on. I wish we could see what more or other signs there are besides the watch for children and the speed limit sign. I see more signs behind it. Wow, this is going to be a tough decision. Which auction to go to? And I could probably build an entire live stream around that just by doing comps between each one and whatnot. You also got some early Victrolas going on over at this auction, and phones and phoneage. Oh, they never threw away a phone. They saved them all. That's right. You got the rotary dials and great looking stuff. Wow. I'd hate to call it, but we may be going to this one instead. Great looking stuff. Planters jars, Planters peanuts. Looks like there's a couple of them. And something just happened. Oop, there we go. I tell you what, gang, still need a new mouse. This mouse, for whatever reason, the one button likes to stick. Wheels. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. So inside this barn, apparently, we've got more car junk. And the wheels and the hubs, and they already have a value. You can sell those for decor. The old wheel hubs really don't have a value beyond that because the old wooden wheel hubs, once they get to be a certain age, rather not safe to use them anymore. And like you still always use them for the man cave. That's right, gang. Or the woman cave. And I am more than sure the automotive collectors are going to be scurrying all over this auction. But again, I really do like this auctioneer and this auction company. So I don't know. A lot of parts. Got some shop tools. We got some craftsman tools. And we're just going to keep moving down. Got an antique payphone. Remember, we used to be able to pick those up for next to nothing. They were almost being given away. And not anymore. Furniture. Oh. Looks like we got postcard collection and books, mantle clock. Oh, more signage. Old signage. Rickenbacker. Maybe that car is a Rickenbacker. It says one sign there says something about Rickenbacker service. We may have to look this up, gang. And should we do that live? I don't know how long we've been on for. Oh, we've been on for over an hour. That's all right. We may save that for a different stream. But Rickenbacker, never heard tell of that car before. And Pennsylvania license plates. Looks like we got a couple of the older plates from the teens mixed in there. Automotive lanterns. That's right. Imagine trying to see your way driving 70 miles an hour with a lantern. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was fine if your car was going 15 miles an hour. But at 70, yeah, okay. Halogens, yes. And we got more toys. And we got more Tonka. That's right. Even though that Tonka truck there does look a little bit worse for wear, there's still money there. And pipe clamps. You'd be surprised what they're paying for pipe clamps anymore. Do they not make them anymore? I don't know. All right, gang. Where was this one at? I don't even remember, but I remember it was the auction company that we do like. We'll kind of cruise back up here. And boom, boom. And back over to the auction listing. Denver, PA. And this was Klein's. Bowmansville area. All right, let's click back and back, and we'll see what other auctions we got going on. Weapons, ammo, coins, and currency equipment on Saturday, September the 7th. That's that's the same day we're looking at. Schnecksville, Pennsylvania. And looks a lot of like sportsman type gear. And also lawn tractor mower, paper currency, toys, and furniture. More to come. Oh. Large train auction, Lionel, Landmark, MTH, Rail King. Large single owner train collection to include thousands of cars and engines, Lionel, Rail King, MTH, among many other pieces. There is many accessories, antique, metal Lionel buildings, some older pre-war, but primarily all cars and engines are post-war and in impeccable condition. And you know what? Every now and again, you can actually pick up deals from one of these type collection sales. Every now and again, it does draw and bring out the collectors, but every now and again, you'll find the oddball pieces in there that the collectors aren't interested in, that you can kind of squirrel away a deal with. And well, I'm seeing really only Lionel. Of course, you know, they can't have pictures of everything. Summer catalog antique and Americana auction over at Horse Auctioneers in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. And that's being held over at the Horst Auction Center over in Ephrata. And I think Ephrata is what, over there by York? Yes. Then we got Worcester Township Real Estate Live Public Auction. Okay, that's just real estate only. No, it says end contents. Oh, we got to click onto it then. Norristown, Pennsylvania. And what we got here going on? It looks like a rancher, a couple of outbuildings. And not too many pictures as of yet as far as this content. Airville Fire Company Firearms Auction. On-site auction, Bedminster, New Jersey, Hannah Auction Services. On-site auction to include entire house, furniture, large amount of depression glass, collectibles, stoneware, Crocs and jugs, Crocs, vintage lighting, milk bottles, carrier, artwork, vintage holiday beer, advertising, jewelry, hand and power tools, large amount of patio and outdoor furniture included, wicker, amount of gardening supplies, etc. Bedminster, New Jersey. And we have another advertisement for East Earl. Music for everyone. What? Bolts Auction Company. Acoustics. Fender Electrics and more. Martin, Fender, Gibson guitars, vintage guitars and amplifiers, rock and roll memorabilia, featuring the Rolling Stones and other autographed guitars, rock, jazz, and blues, LPs, CDs, vintage stereo equipment, banjos, band equipment, horns, saxophones, drums, percussion instruments. Okay. Where and what? That is the Bolts Auction Company. So if you're a music lover or like to collect musical instruments, that just may be for you. Here we have a Rafter Sea auction, Mays Landing, New Jersey. And we got a little bit of a photo gallery here. We're going to click onto it. Saturday, September the 7th. See, we got some cars. Looks like we got a pickup truck. Small pickup truck. That's that small Chevy thing that they had. Other cars got some farm implements, garden tractors, a canoe. Who doesn't need a canoe? More boats. Don't need a boat. Tractors. Oh. Signs and signage. Public telephone sign. That would be actually kind of a really neat sign to have anymore. Just because there are no more public telephones. Rarely. There are still some, but propellers, fans, oh, scales. Who doesn't need a scale? Wagon wheels, wagon hubs, car hubs. Look like some rusty old hubcaps. Nope, they are cast iron pans. And I tell you, we could... I'm sure they still have value because they actually can be restored. I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube lately as far as resto for cast iron. And I don't know. We're still looking for that entry into the cast iron pan thing. But anyway, moving on. Real estate house auction, Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Keystone Auctions. Boop, 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 boop. Doesn't say really if they are selling the house and contents or just the house. The house looks empty, so I'm going to say it's only the house. So we'll click back. And there's that one from Mays Landing again. Hollenbeck Home Center and Hardware Store liquidations in Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania. And basically, it closed its doors. All remaining hardware, nut and bolt bins, key machine, electrical, plumbing, tools, paint, stains, ladders, and supplies will be sold to the highest bidder, regardless of price. Might be able to find some deals. And there you have it, gang. That's what we got coming up for this upcoming Saturday, September the 7th. I think midweek we'll be popping back on here to do a couple little comps. Because basically, I tell you what, gang, I'm having tough focusing on which auction would have better time spent, whether at the Willow Street auction or the auction over at Denver, PA. And we'll be doing a little bit of comps on both to try and decide which one, again, like I said, to go to. And it'll be fun. And just kind of want to take a look to see if the auction in Georgia has started yet. I think they were starting at 1 or 2 o'clock. $57 minutes. Nope, they start at 2 o'clock. We may pop on back this, so we might take a break for a little bit and might go down and monkey around down in the Emporium for a while and then do a few listings. Who knows what? And but anyway, gang, we may be back on later. But for now, you know what, gang? Try to improve your personal environment. That's right. What could you hang on the wall that you would admire, like, or bring you happiness? What would you see? What would you like around you? Could it be antique radio equipment? Could it be signs from the past? Could it be just simple, small knickknackery? Who knows what? But you know what, gang? Improve your environment. Bring a little bit of joy into your personal living space. And with that, you can actually find that type of stuff over on Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's eBay page. That's right, gang. Or over on our Facebook page. That's right. We don't post anything political. We don't post anything that has any sort of drama with our modern day era. So with that, we focus on stuff from the past and the antiques and collectibles and history. So anyway, gang, become a member over on our Facebook page. Also, too, there occasionally we'll be posting our stuff that we have on Facebook Marketplace and other things that we have going on. So anyway, gang, that's it. That's all. If we don't talk to you anymore this weekend, do have a good Labor Day weekend. Be safe and rest up. We got a busy week coming up. All right, gang, that's it. Have a good day.